Meditation has long been regarded as a spiritual practice through which one can connect deeply with the divine. The concept of meditation, as mentioned in sacred texts and spiritual teachings, is more than just a quiet moment. It is a gateway to receiving wisdom, clarity, and guidance from God. For chosen ones, individuals who feel called to a higher purpose, meditation is not merely an option, but a necessity. God invites us to meditate as a way of tuning out the distractions of the world and focusing on the still, small voice within. In this process, we align ourselves with divine truth and open ourselves to spiritual transformation. Meditation becomes a sacred conversation, a way to commune with God in a profound and personal manner. It is through this practice that we discover the depths of our spiritual essence and the infinite wisdom that God provides. Chosen ones are encouraged to cultivate this habit, knowing it fortifies their soul and prepares them for the challenges they must face. This intentional act of meditating not only strengthens their faith, but also imbues their lives with a divine sense of purpose. Meditation helps us to transcend the mundane and focus on the eternal truths that guide our existence. In the presence of God, we find clarity, direction, and the courage to embrace our destiny. This spiritual practice becomes a cornerstone of a life aligned with divine will. The first reason God emphasizes meditation is to create stillness within us. In the chaos of daily life, our minds become cluttered with thoughts, worries, and external noise. This mental chatter prevents us from truly hearing God's voice. When we meditate, we silence the noise of the world and turn inward. This stillness is not passive. It is an active engagement with the divine. By focusing on the breath, a mantra, or a scripture, we create a space where God can enter and speak. The Bible itself highlights this principle in verses like Psalm 46:10, which states, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is the foundation of divine communication, for in the quiet, we become receptive to God's presence. In this stillness, we not only hear, but also feel God's presence surrounding and comforting us. This practice allows us to let go of our anxieties and place our trust fully in God's hands. By developing the discipline to meditate regularly, chosen ones create a sanctuary within their hearts where God's voice can be clearly heard. This stillness transforms into a powerful connection that nurtures our faith and empowers us to navigate life's challenges with divine guidance. It is in these moments of silence that we begin to understand the depth of God's wisdom and love. Meditation allows us to clear away distractions, not just from the outside world, but also from our inner mind. The mind is often filled with fears, doubts, and repetitive thoughts that obscure divine wisdom. God's messages are subtle and require a calm, focused mind to perceive. By meditating, chosen ones can learn to observe their thoughts without being controlled by them. This detachment from the mind's chatter creates a sense of freedom and clarity. As the noise subsides, the whispers of God's guidance become more audible. Meditation becomes the sacred pause, where we step out of the ego and into the spirit. This process helps us discern the difference between our own desires and the divine will for our lives. It also teaches us to trust the intuition that often carries God's messages. Through consistent practice, we become adept at recognizing divine guidance and acting upon it. The discipline of meditation also strengthens our resilience, enabling us to resist distractions that seek to pull us away from God's path. In this way, meditation not only clears our minds, but also realigns our hearts with God's purpose. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for the support. Now, let's get back to it. Another profound aspect of meditation is its ability to foster divine wisdom. God's wisdom often does not come in loud declarations, but in gentle realizations. In the quiet moments of meditation, chosen ones are given insights that illuminate their path. These revelations may come as thoughts, visions, or a deep sense of knowing. Proverbs 2:6 states, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." By meditating, we position ourselves to receive this divine wisdom. It is as though God plants seeds of truth within our hearts, seeds that grow and bear fruit in our lives. This wisdom often manifests as an inner conviction, guiding us in our decisions and actions. The more we meditate, the more attuned we become to the subtle ways God communicates his will. These insights are not just for our personal benefit, but also equip us to serve others and fulfill our spiritual mission. Meditation transforms us into vessels of God's wisdom, capable of spreading light and love in a world that desperately needs it. It teaches us to approach life's complexities with a sense of calm assurance, rooted in the knowledge that God's guidance is always available. Meditation also facilitates a profound sense of presence. In the stillness, we become acutely aware of God's presence within and around us. This awareness is transformative. It dissolves the illusion of separation and reminds us that we are never alone. The act of meditating allows chosen ones to experience the reality of Emmanuel, God with us. This presence is not something to be intellectually understood, but felt deeply in the soul. Meditation becomes an encounter with the divine, a moment where we are held in the love and peace of God. It is through this practice that we develop an unshakable faith in God's nearness, even in times of hardship. This awareness brings comfort, reminding us that God walks with us through every trial and triumph. As we meditate, we cultivate a habit of recognizing God's presence in all aspects of our lives. This heightened awareness transforms ordinary moments into sacred ones, where the divine touches the mundane. By meditating, we learn to carry this sense of presence with us, allowing it to guide and inspire us throughout our day. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the video, so far comment, "God, I am ready to talk to you," to let me know you're watching. One of the key reasons God calls us to meditate is to foster intimacy. Prayer is often seen as speaking to God, but meditation is about listening. In this listening, we develop a deeper relationship with God. It is an act of surrender where we set aside our agendas and simply dwell in God's presence. This intimacy is essential for chosen ones, as it strengthens their faith and equips them for their purpose. Through meditation, God imparts not just words, but his very essence, filling us with peace, love, and joy. This intimate connection nourishes our spirit, giving us the strength to face life's challenges with unwavering faith. It is in these moments of closeness that we feel God's unconditional love enveloping us, reminding us of our worth and purpose. Meditation becomes a sacred time where our souls are rejuvenated and our bond with God is fortified. This intimacy also deepens our trust in God's plans, enabling us to surrender our fears and embrace his will with confidence. By prioritizing this practice, we create a lasting relationship with God that sustains us through all seasons of life. Meditation also aligns us with our divine purpose. Chosen ones are called to live out God's plan for their lives, but this plan is not always clear. In meditation, God reveals the next steps, the opportunities to pursue, and the challenges to overcome. This guidance comes from a place of divine wisdom, tailored specifically for our journey. It is in meditation that we receive the clarity and courage to walk the path set before us. God's voice becomes the compass that directs us toward our destiny. This alignment with divine purpose helps us to live authentically, guided by God's vision for our lives. Meditation also gives us the resilience to overcome obstacles, knowing that each challenge is part of God's greater plan. As we meditate, we gain insight into how our individual purpose fits into the larger tapestry of God's work. This understanding brings a sense of fulfillment, knowing that our lives are contributing to something eternal. By meditating regularly, we ensure that we remain aligned with God's purpose, allowing His will to manifest through us. Through meditation, we also experience healing and renewal. In the presence of God, wounds are mended and burdens are lifted. The stillness of meditation allows us to release pain and receive God's comfort. This healing is not just emotional, but spiritual. As meditation purifies our hearts and minds, chosen ones who often face unique challenges and trials find strength and restoration in this sacred practice. God's love flows through us in meditation, washing away the old and making us new. This renewal empowers us to let go of past hurts and embrace the future with hope and courage. The healing power of meditation also extends to our relationships as it fosters forgiveness and understanding. By meditating, we align ourselves with God's love, which transforms our hearts and enables us to be instruments of peace and healing for others. This practice becomes a source of inner strength, enabling us to face life's difficulties with grace and resilience. Meditation is not just a momentary reprieve, but a continual source of renewal that sustains us on our spiritual journey. Finally, meditation connects us to the divine flow of life. When we meditate, we align ourselves with God's rhythm and timing. This alignment brings a sense of peace and trust, knowing that everything is unfolding according to God's perfect plan. The act of meditating reminds us that we are part of something greater than ourselves. It shifts our focus from the temporal to the eternal, grounding us in God's unchanging truth. This connection to the divine flow empowers us to live with purpose and grace. Meditation teaches us to surrender our need for control and trust in God's wisdom. This surrender brings freedom as we let go of worry and rest in the assurance of God's providence. By aligning with the divine flow, we become attuned to the opportunities and blessings that God places before us. This alignment also enhances our ability to serve others as we act in harmony with God's will. Meditation becomes a practice of living in sync with the divine, allowing God's love and wisdom to flow through us into the world. It is in this alignment that we find true peace and fulfillment. God's call to meditate is an invitation to a deeper relationship with Him. Through meditation, chosen ones experience stillness, clarity, wisdom, and divine presence. It is a sacred practice that aligns us with our purpose, heals our wounds, and fills us with God's love. In the quiet moments of meditation, we become receptive to God's voice, learning to listen and trust in His guidance. Meditation is more than a practice. It is a way of life for those who seek to walk closely with God. By embracing this spiritual discipline, we open ourselves to the infinite wisdom and love of the Creator, transforming our lives and fulfilling our divine calling. This practice equips us with the spiritual tools needed to navigate life's challenges while staying rooted in God's truth. It is through meditation that we discover the profound joy of communion with God, a joy that sustains us and radiates to those around us. Meditation is not just a journey inward, but also a path toward divine connection, empowering us to live with faith, purpose, and grace. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to Chosen for Greatness. For more amazing content, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Stay great, keep shining your light, and I'll see you in the next one.